All right, this is gonna be a completely raw video, just off the rip. Look, like I'm so fucking tired of this guy. I'm so tired of people purposely limiting themselves or setting rules to whatever they use because it just makes no sense. Let me just get right into it. Hold on, let me find the first couple tweets. Here we go. So this guy did a poll. You know, what would you play on if all games were on all systems? And most people saying PC, then Xbox, you know, whatever. And this guy's, I had a run in with this dude. I made a video on him already. I told him that you could do 4K 60 on Resident Evil 2. He said I couldn't, so I made a video with a benchmark and my frame rate and everything, showing him that I was running 4K 60 on Resident Evil 2, and with turning a couple settings down, but all my settings were still higher than the Xbox One X version. Like, period. I proved him wrong, and I was playing at 4K 60, and I was getting into firefights with zombies and shit, and I fucking muted him after that because it was really annoying. And then I see him again. So he says, but the ecosystem sucks on PC, powered in, blah, 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 whatever. So I recognized this guy and said, don't waste your time talking to this guy. He's the same dude who thinks a 1080 Ti can't do 4K 60. And then he doubles down on everything he has said since that long ass time ago. You can't. I'm not getting 4K 60 on The Division. So I quote tweeted that and I said, here it is. You can't. Then turn some of the graphical settings down. That's all you gotta do. And then he says, but why handicap the game? Cause my PC is too weak. No, you said you can play all games at 4K 60 and I showed you proof. Now you want me to handicap the game? No, sorry, that's not how it works. My Xbox X is running at 4K 30 and that's a $450 console compared to my $2,600 PC. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say I don't even want I want a screenshot of your system settings because I really need to see if you actually have a 1080 Ti. Because I, quite frankly, do not believe you. I do not believe you. And if you do, you wasted a ton of money on a really good card that can outperform the Xbox One X in in every single situation. You just choose to set rules for yourself and say, well, I don't want to turn graphical settings down on a platform PC because because I need to play it ultra. No, like he said, hold on, let me find it. Jesus Christ, what a fucking idiot. Here we go. Yeah, you're handicapping the game. Go run The Division in 4K 60, hide all ultra settings without handicapping the game. Like, you don't even have to handicap it that much. Just turn down a couple settings like volumetric lighting and maybe terrain or texture quality or filtering, and that's it. You'll still be on high settings, more than likely. Are you kidding me? And I have a fucking PC tech breakdown on what to set it to, so you can. This is on medium end hardware to run it at 4K 60. Medium end hardware. And you're telling me that your 1080 Ti, which is high end, can't reflect all these settings that are better than the. Let me get into it in just a fucking second. Hold on. But the Xbox One X is a complete console. If I pay $2,600 for a PC, I want everything ultra. And you said you can play everything at 4K 60. Now you're making excuse. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. This is what I said before that. The One X version of The Division 2 is at 4K 30 with graphical settings turned down significantly. The texture, I meant to say terrain, but both. The terrain quality is extremely low. It's lower than the lowest setting on Xbox One X. And you can easily play that at a higher setting than that. Probably high settings, maybe medium. I don't know. I gotta look at it real quick again. But you can, like, that's already. Oh my God. Alright, hold on. Give me a fucking second. He keeps saying I paid $450 for this compared to my $2,600 PC. If I pay for the best, I expect nothing but the best. And playing games at 4K 30 for $450 compared to 4K 40 to 60 on my $2,600 PC don't feel right. Paying an extra $2,200 for an extra 15 to 30 FPS. It's not. It wouldn't just be 15 to 30 FPS. All your settings would be higher. Look it up. I sent you this link multiple times. Let me just play. Here we go. Give it a fucking second.
Look when set to off on PC. While that is retained, though, the game manages to run the terrain setting at a lower than low setting.
Let's hear that again.
The game manages to run the terrain setting at a lower than low setting.
One more time.
Though, the game manages to run the terrain setting at a lower than low setting, where the discrete displaced meshes making up the terrain in the Division 2 look to be completely missing.
Look at the fucking difference. Look at the goddamn difference. Look at the difference from that to this. Look at that difference. High quality on the PC, and this is the lower than low quality on Xbox One X. Look at this and tell me you don't fucking see a difference. High on PC, which you don't want to turn it down to. You need everything on Ultra, apparently, because that's the only way you can play on PC. You fucking idiot. To the settings that you are settling for because you set these dumbass rules for yourself. This is what you'd rather play on? You'd rather play on this at 4K 60 just because you don't want to turn your settings down? You're dumb. Your argument is that the 1080 Ti can't do 4K 60. We tell you that it can do 4K 60. Just turn down some settings. Then you tell us that you don't want to. You tell us that you don't want to and you shouldn't have to if you paid that much for a fucking PC. But that blows my mind because the 1X version had to turn down its settings to play at 4K 30. So if you turn down a couple settings, if you follow this video right here, follow this guide, follow what they say, actually look at the settings of the 1X version versus the PC version, you will see that not only would you get 4K 60, but all of your settings would be higher than the 1X version that you're saying is the best version or is the version you'd rather play. Like, leave prices and everything else to the side. Get that shit off the fucking table, because what you are saying is, your claim is that you cannot do 4K 60 on a 1080 Ti. That is automatically proven wrong. Turn down your settings. Watch this fucking video. If you turn down the settings, your settings will still be higher than the 1X version of the game, and you'll be running at 4K 60. This makes literally no fucking sense. Like, I'm flabbergasted and stuttering because it's just blowing my mind. How, if you own a 1X and a 1080 Ti rig or $2,600 PC, stop talking about the price because you already have both systems. If you have both systems and apparently you want to play the best way, turn down your goddamn set. What's it matter if you can't play on Ultra? What a stupid and artificially just dumb rule to apply to yourself and to apply to your rig and to apply to all games. I made a video already. I made a video on you before. Let me fucking pull it up really fucking quick. Jesus Christ. I have never seen someone so fucking stupid. Right here. This was... Oh my god, January. Holy shit. Yeah, here we go. Let me find it. You say, oh, let me turn the fucking... Alright. Let's go... Oh yeah, that's the Digital Foundry. Alright, this is me playing this game at 4K 60. I show you all my settings. I turn down... Where is it? Everything is maxed out. Look, high, max. on medium. Volumetric lighting is on medium. That's the only setting I turned down. I turned down one setting to get 4K 60 on Resident Evil, the remake. One fucking setting, maybe two. Let me see when it scrolls down. And the medium volumetric lighting on the PC version, on my 1080 Ti, is still higher than the 1X version. So because you don't want to turn down one setting to medium, you're just gonna say that, oh well, 1080 Ti can't do 4K 60. You are out of your fucking mind. Yeah, that's it. That's the only setting I turned down. Fucking AA's still high, filtering's high, texture filtering's high, texture quality's high, mesh quality max, on, medium. Volumetric lighting is very taxing. And in this fucking video, if you watch it, they'll tell you if you just turn down the volumetric is super taxing. Turn it down one notch, turn down another notch or two on a couple other things, and all your settings on the PC version will be higher than the 1X version, and you're playing at 30 more frames per second. Like, am I speaking some other fucking language? What is wrong with you? This blows my mind, because you are saying all this shit, and eventually one person is gonna, who is interested in PC gaming, is gonna see that you're saying, oh wow, well he spent $2,600 on a PC and still can't hit 4K. He can't do 4K 60. Fuck that, I'm just gonna get an Xbox One X, which is fine if they want. I don't care what console you play. I don't care if you play on PC or a One X. Just don't spread misinformation about either. And that's what you're fucking doing. You're saying that with spending that much money, you can't run 4K 60. You don't want to turn settings down. Why? Because what did you say? Because if I pay for the best, I want for the best. I want the best. You paid for the best, and you can still get the best. If you apparently have the rig you're saying you're having, you literally have something better than the 1X. Factually, watch this video. Watch this fucking video. And you need to really sit down and look at what the fuck you're talking about. Because either you have that rig and you are lying about the rig, or no, either you don't have the rig and you're just lying, or you have that rig and you're stupid. There's no other way to put it. Like, I hate calling people stupid, but if you actually have a 1080 Ti, and you're saying this kind of shit that you can't run 4K 60, you're dumb. You are stupid. I don't know if you have another agenda. I can't read your fucking mind. I don't know if you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to lie about having this kind of rig because I prefer Xbox, or I prefer this PlayStation, so I'm just going to say this bullshit about PC. I don't know. But if you really think that, you are an idiot. Point blank. You're stupid. There's absolutely, look at this again. Terrain quality high on PC. Look at the fucking difference when you go back to the 1X version. Look how flat everything looks. Look at it. Look how flat everything looks. Look how look at the bush over here. Let me use the fucking mouse. Over here, look at the fucking bush. Just this by itself. Hold on, just this by itself. Look at that. Look at the fucking terrain. And Division 2 has some really good looking terrain. You'd rather have this than this? You'd rather not turn down your settings a couple notches to have this and just settle for this? Delete your account. I don't want anyone listening to any of the shit you have to say. This is beyond retarded. This is a whole nother level. This is exactly why I'm gonna wrap this up, but this is exactly why we all say that console peasantry is a mentality. I don't care if fucking a PS4 player, or I don't care if someone has a $10,000 rig that puts all of our rigs to fucking shame. If they're saying bullshit like you do, they're still a console peasant. Because to have that kind of mentality with having that kind of rig and spreading this kind of misinformation is downright disingenuous to the platform you claim that you play on. And it's very, very fucking dangerous for fucking people who are looking to get into PC gaming and they see some idiot spewing lies because they don't fucking feel like turning down a goddamn setting. They don't feel like turning down volumetric lighting one fucking notch. I'm done. You're a moron. You're a fucking idiot. Get some fucking help.